Welcome to the Explainer. Today we are going to tackle a tiny detail in English that I promise makes a huge difference. If you can get this one structure right, you will instantly sound so much more fluent and natural. So let's just dive right in. Okay, let's kick things off with a sentence that seems totally, completely simple. I cut my hair. Sounds correct, doesn't it? But here's the thing. Depending on the situation, it might not actually mean what you think it means. And here is the absolute key difference. Saying I cut my hair literally means you, with scissors in your hand, did it yourself. But if you went to a salon or a barber, you need a different structure to show that someone else performed that service for you. And that structure is, I had my hair cut. Now, this little difference is the secret to understanding a really powerful group of verbs we call causatives. They're all about showing that the subject causes something to happen instead of actually doing it themselves. So this is the main idea. Whenever you arrange for someone else to do a job for you, like getting a haircut, having your car fixed, getting your nails done, you're going to use what we'll call the service structure. So, how do we actually build this service structure? I know, it might look a little weird at first, but thankfully it follows a really simple and consistent formula. Think of it like a four-part recipe. It's super simple. First, you start with your subject. I, she, Ben. Then you add your causative verb, which is usually going to be have or get. After that, you just name the object. My nails, his house, and you finish it off with the main action verb in its past participle form, like done or painted. That's it. Subject, causative, object, past participle. Done. Here is a perfect example. Let's say you took your car to a car wash. Well, you wouldn't say, I washed my car, because you didn't do it. You paid for the service. So, using our structure, you'd say, I got my car washed. See how that works? And this is a brilliant example because it shows that the structure works in any tense. It's happening right now. Ben is arranging for the service. He's not up on a ladder with a paintbrush. A professional painter is. So we say, he is having his house painted. So, the big question, should you use have or get? Well, the meaning is exactly the same, but here's a little pro tip for you. In just everyday casual conversation, get is way more common. Using get will almost always make you sound just a little bit more natural. Okay, so we've totally nailed services, but these causative verbs are even more powerful than that, because you can also use them to talk about influencing other people, forcing them to do something, allowing them, or even persuading them. Let's look at three more. Make is the strongest one. It's all about force. She made me watch the film means I had zero choice in the matter. Now, let is the complete opposite. It's all about permission. They let their grandchildren stay up late. And then there's get, which has a different vibe here. It means you persuaded someone, like in I got my son to cook dinner. And we can't forget about good old help. It also works like a causative verb, meaning to assist someone. And what's really cool about help is how flexible it is. You can say, he helped me to move, or you can say, he helped me move. Both are totally correct, but honestly, dropping the to is way more common in modern everyday English. Okay, this brings us to a really important distinction. There's a big difference between talking about a service being done and talking about the specific person you told to do it. This right here is a really, really important point. Just look at the sentence on the left. I had the car fixed. Here, the focus is on the result. The car is fixed. We don't know who did it, and we don't care. But now look at the sentence on the right. I had John fix the car. Bam! Suddenly the focus shifts completely to the person I instructed, to John. This is what we call the active form.
So for this active structure, the formula changes just a little bit. As you can see, you put the person, the agent, right after the causative verb. And here's the most important part to remember. The final verb is now in its base form. So it's fix, not fixed. It's do, not done.
All right, let's put this all together now. I want you to think of this next slide as your complete causative verb toolkit. It's like a cheat sheet you can use to really master these structures and level up your English. Okay, here it is, the whole shebang. For services, remember we use have or get plus the past participle. To instruct, force, or allow someone, we use have, make, or let, plus the person and the base verb. And to persuade someone, remember that unique one. It's get plus the person plus to and then the verb. That little to is a super crucial detail. And that is our deep dive into causative verbs. So I'll leave you with a little challenge. Think about your last few days. What's something you did yourself and what's something you had done or got done by someone else? Start noticing that difference in your own life, and you are going to master this structure in no time. Thanks for watching.